Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Oh, okay, we gotta get cracking because there's a lot to get through. So in today's video, I'm gonna basically show you everything I've ever crocheted. Well, not really. There are a few things that I haven't got because I've given them to friends and stuff. So I'll just show you what I have got, and if I can find pictures and stuff, I'll show you those ones. I think it's smart to start with clothing because I've got the least amount of that, I think. First, I'll show you the things that I have finished. I'll also put up on the screen the patterns that you can find, because a lot of these I did follow patterns for. However, there are some that I just can't remember who did them, so my apologies. First of all, we're starting with my sweater vest. Yes, this looks like a literal rectangle, but I promise it is like a sweater vest. I wore this at the Harry Styles concert, and yeah, 10 out of 10. But yeah, this pattern is quite it's the popular flower pattern. So there's a lot of different versions of it, but I followed, I can't remember her name. I'll put it here. I think I followed a YouTube video, so I followed her tutorial for this one. And of the same pattern, I also made literally the same colour and everything. I also made a actual sweater version. You cannot see, but yes, this one's very wide. This was the original one I was going to wear to Harry Styles, and then literally as I finished, put it on with my whole outfit, and I was like, if I wear this, I'm going to pass out. The concert was in June, so yeah, and then that's when I quickly, in a week, worked up the sweater vest. But yes, these are my favourites, I think, just because I wear them a lot still. And yeah, next one is one of those mesh. This again looks like a literal worm. You just cannot tell what this could be. It is one of those what would you call this, mesh shrugs. There's definitely a tutorial for this somewhere, but I'll put it here because I'm pretty sure I remember the one that I followed. But it's just, I'm pretty sure this was literally just double crochet, chain two, and then double crochet into the next chain. I don't know. Yeah, this worked up super quick as well. For my last actual finished piece, it was a top I made from one of my friends. It's this one, and I followed her tutorial. And yeah, that one also works up pretty quick. I have so many just random cups of that pattern. This is one of the original cups. Like I said, I've honestly started that pattern so many times just to figure out the right sizes, because obviously that tutorial she only uses her measurements, and then it's sort of honestly a bit of a guessing game. So I've made these up. I have actually made one of those tops for myself, but I did unravel it to make something else because I would never wear it, because I don't wear, that's just not my sort of thing to wear. Also in that same similar pattern is the commission I'm currently working on. It is the same top or the same cup pattern, and then the same shell pattern for the lace, but it is connected at the front rather than the back, so it ties up at the back. Obviously this is part finished. I haven't finished this one yet, but it's super cute. Actually really jealous. I think I might make one for myself because it's just very cute. Aside from this one, those are my the tops or the clothing that I have finished. I don't think I've ever made anything else clothing wise. I found one more thing that I actually finished. I went to the 1975 concert in January, I think it was, and I thought I was going to be really cool and edgy and make the corset belt, you can't even see, thing. Oh, this took so long because this is single crochet. I don't want to talk about it, and it is black yarn. I hate working with black yarn. You just cannot see the stitches. But yeah, never ended up wearing this one either. The ends aren't tied in still, so. Okay, now I actually think that's all the clothing I have finished. But now I'll get on to the bits that are actually my work in progress, because I do have a lot of them for the clothes. I literally have 4 panels of this. I've lost some. Oh no, they're done there. Yes, I have 4 panels of this pattern. I literally did this last year. Oh, I fully forgot to say, I started crocheting in It either was 2021 or 2022, I can't remember. And the first thing I ever crocheted was a green water bottle like bag thing, or green bottle bag. Since then I have unraveled it to use the yarn because I wasn't going to use it. I was so proud when I made that. I was like, yes. So I've only been crocheting for like, I don't know, I have to figure it out. I don't know if it was a year or two ago, but not that long. So yes, I've literally got 4 panels. They all have this pattern on it. This was following, there is a tutorial here, I think. It was just for a scrap jumper, but then obviously I just changed the colours. And then I pretty much like measured wrong a bit. When I started sewing it together, I had measured incorrectly, or like things were just, I don't know, it didn't feel right, so I undid it and then have never gone back to do it. So maybe I'll get to that at some point, because this is hours worth, well, days worth, weeks worth, I don't even know. If you've seen my vlog, you've seen me talk about this one. So this is my scrap vest that I'm using Realm Designs pattern for. I had so much scrap yarn that it was bothering me, so I was like, one day I just sat down and I tied everything together and like wound it into just a ball, and then that was literally how I was doing it. And since then I've also found a drawer of scrap yarn, so I've got this side and then this side. So I get given a lot of random yarn of different like textures and thickness, and obviously I don't get a lot of it in one, so I can't make one solid thing. So I thought a while ago I started making the viral hexagon jumpers, like the cardigans. It's got all different yarn in it, different colours and things, mostly the same sort of texture. I think this is like acrylic or wool. Yeah, and then I've got the same thing for the other side, but then there's some random, they do have slightly different wool, but for the most part it's pretty much the same. I haven't added to this in a long time, so maybe I'll get around to doing that at some point. Also in the same vein, I got given this yarn, which is like a blue and green mix sort of thing. It's all the same ball of wool, and I was gonna make a vest, one of them like 70s granny square vests, but this yarn is actually really thin, so this just took so long, and I honestly don't know if I will ever finish it, and I don't think I've got much left of that yarn as it is. So I don't know whether if I'll unravel this and use it for something else, just because I don't mind unraveling projects, just because I'm like, if I unravel it and I create into something else I will use, we're all winners. Like I said, I have a lot of just random like boob top things. If you are a big boob girly or just a plus size person in general, you know how those bralette cups that have you work from like in the middle and then you go like this, they ain't cutting it, they are not holding anything. And I found a girl who did a tutorial on a different sort of style bra. So you do like pretty much a square, and then I don't know if you can even, so you do like a square like this, and then you start, as you can see, it goes from this side to down here. You basically go around like that, and it's supposed to hold more. Obviously I got one cup in and I haven't continued doing it, so. But yeah, this is, I honestly think, actually, I do have another one of these cups. I've just seen it. Wow, didn't even realise that. So maybe I'll get around to finishing this at some point. So as you can see, I do this a lot of times when I start something and I just don't finish it. Okay, moving on to the next, the accessories. I think I followed the pattern for, I think it's Hey Crochet. I think that's their name. But it's just a brown bandana. I'm not gonna lie, I never use this. It just doesn't fit my head properly. I don't know if I should block it to make it like more relaxed. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but it's a nice colour though. And then same granny stitch pattern where you do like, you just start with like 2 and then you just work your way out. This is, I think, too small for my head. So, and also I was just testing out like different ribbing sort of thing. So yeah, this one's cute. I just like the colours of this one. Oh, moving on to headbands. I'm sure a lot of people will have seen the like viral knitted headband, but I made my own. And I actually used to wear this quite often, but it's just cute. Oh, as you can see, I didn't sew it on very well. I hate sewing, not fun. This is literally just, I think it's double crochet or half double, literally one long strip and then I just made the stars and then sewed them together, and that's literally it. These work up super quickly, so if you're, these are very beginner friendly. And I didn't think I even used a pattern for this. I think I just found like tutorials for the stars, and then I just freehanded the rest of it. So it's always headbands are always good for a quick little project if you're a beginner. And again, yes, the same yarn, just a tube one. I honestly don't wear this one. I think I made it too big. It's just too stretchy and it just doesn't sit nicely on my head. So we live and we learn. And then this is where we get into the bits that I haven't finished. I tried to make, you know, when those granny square balaclavas, what is going on, popping off, that were like really popular like last winter. Yeah, I tried to make one, and I don't know how to feel about this. This is literally just granny squares. This is about 1, 2, I think this is four granny squares all sewed together, and then I was just starting with the ribbing at the bottom. But yeah, I can't say I would recommend this honestly, just because it was taking so long. Don't know if I will finish this one, but it's kind of cute, so who knows. And then as you can see, I have the starting of a bucket hat that I was making, that I literally just found as I was getting this stuff out for this video, and I was like, oh yeah, I was making that. So I started with a star. I was just freehanding this. I did like a star one, so I'd had 5 sides, and then I did 5 granny squares, and I was in the process of sewing them together. And yeah, I didn't do that, but once again, who knows. Also, I got a lot of this pink, hence why there's a lot of pink in this. I would also recommend bucket hats for a beginner, just because they also work up really quickly. There's a lot of really good tutorials on just like the circle ones, which are always good. I think one of my first projects, I did make a bucket hat. And lastly, for the accessories, I've got this 2 mismatched hand warmers. Do not need these on right now. It is the middle of summer and it is very hot. But I have made more hand warmers in this time. This is in the beginning stage, so you can see where I missed the slip stitches, and I was just adding more. I was just increasing by accident. But yes, I also think hand warmers are quite a fun first project. As you can see, I did these in 2 different colours because I thought I was really cool and quirky, clearly. But yes, I think I've made 2 more pairs of hand warmers, but I just made them, I think I did double crochet or half double crochet, literally a big rectangle, and then you just fold it together, sew it, and then miss a bit for a thumb hole. But yes, I would recommend doing them. They work up pretty quickly, so but this one, honestly, I don't know if I would recommend doing these ones, just because I always found it so difficult to figure out what stitch to slip stitch into for single crochets anyway. If you did this with double, I think, or half double, you'd be pretty fine, I think. But yeah, would recommend doing these. Bags count as accessories. So I've got a cute little shoulder bag that you can't see. This, I freehanded this one as well. Basically, you do one long panel, and in the middle you decrease in stitches, and then you increase again. So the strap you add on last, which is literally just one long rectangle, like a thin rectangle, and then you just sew it together. But yeah, the bottom bit is all connected, so you just sort of go like this, in and then out again. One thing about bags though, I feel like you have to line them, and also like line the strap as well, just because they just don't hold anything, let's be honest. No one talks about this. Bags, crochet bags, do not hold shit, because it just weighs them down just because of the fabric. But yeah, this is super cute, but I don't ever use it because I don't ever use bags like this, but you know. And my last bag, which is honestly, out of everything, I think this is the thing that took me the longest to make. I ain't never doing this again. But I freehanded just a granny square bag out of just scrap yarn that I had. Well, not scrap yarn, out of just yarn that I just wasn't using. And I also very badly tried to line this. As you can see, when I say very badly, this has had use, so hence why a lot of the stitches have just like, it's just fallen apart, to be honest. I lined it with a pillowcase, which my brain was just, I really thought I was doing something there. I was like, wow. But yeah, I do actually really like the colours of this. It just took so long because I weaved in all the ends, and it literally just took forever. This has a special place in my heart just because it took so long to do. I don't know, honestly, I know a lot of the bags are super popular on TikTok, the granny square like heart ones, or just a lot of the granny square bags in general are just super popular on TikTok. I honestly would not recommend that for your like if you're a beginner and you were looking for a quick project. That will take you so long. I used to use this when I went to uni, and I had my laptop in this, my heavy ass laptop, and it literally just, I mean, it just weighed everything down. So yeah, but I'm very proud of this one, even though she is a mess like myself. Yes, a lot of time went into this one. We're now at my miscellaneous section, and so this has all the really random shit in it that I just don't know where to put. Starting off, this is a free-handed Kindle case. This was one of the, I think the first thing I actually ever free-handed, which I'm not gonna lie, it came out pretty good. I did this quite a while ago, and as you can see, never sewed in my ends. It's super cute. I think I might redo this at some point, but it served its purpose, and it's just super cute. This also is one giant rectangle, and then at the end of one of them I just decreased. These always work up pretty quick as well, just because it is the same stitch over and over again. And then when I first started, I did lots of random coasters. As you can see, this is covered in tea, not gonna lie, because this was like my bedside table coaster I had at uni, so this is literally covered in tea, and I probably should give it a wash, but I don't really use it, and I've just found it. And then also, I can't remember who did that one. I think it was honestly one of the really random ones. I just typed into Google like crochet coaster tutorial or pattern free. These are super popular. Something about me, I cannot do these. I cannot, like, if you can see, look how, like, she just, yeah, I'm not great at these ones. I know people would say these are beginner friendly, but I hate single crochet, and these are what these are made up of. They're super cute. Yes, they look really cool and vintage and 70s, but I'm just really shit at them. Yeah, if you want to make one of them. But they are really cute though, and I think I attempted this so many times that I just gave up in the end, clearly. Next I have these, I don't know if I would call them a shelf mat. It's just these. Once again, trying to use up my scrap yarn. I was like, oh my god, I can make a shelf mat. Whatever that means. I actually really like these. I really like the colours that I chose for this. This one, however, is actually too small for my shelf. I did start one that will be the size of it. So it's literally the same colours as this one is. But as you can see, I've got like 4 rows to do left to do. And this will actually should fit on my shelf when I get around to finishing this, but I don't know when I'll do that. I think I just YouTubed like how to do granny squares in a rectangle, I think, and then I just found a random tutorial, and then all it is you just work in the round. So yeah, I recommend these two. Like I said before, I get lots of really random texture yarn given to me. So this one, I don't even know. I would honestly call it like velvet. I don't know where on earth this is from. But yeah, there's lots of, and like this like old fluffy ones. I know some of you had like hats and scarves and gloves made out of this stuff. But yeah, I got given this. Like I was saying before, I don't get given a lot of, sorry if you can hear that, I don't get given a lot of like a lot quantity wise of yarn that's all the same colour and stuff of this. So I just was like, oh, I'm just gonna start making a big blanket. Clearly didn't get very far. I think I started this over Christmas last year, maybe. If you're doing a granny square blanket, they're pretty beginner friendly, I would say. Because like I say, you're literally just doing the same stitch over and over again, and you're working in the round, so they do build up quite quickly. And they're quite a good thing to do while you're watching something or listening to something, because you don't have to pay attention to the pattern, so you're just doing the same thing over and over again. Next I have this thing. Any guesses what this could be? Well, it was going to be a yarn hammock. Basically, I kept seeing loads of people on TikTok making yarn hammocks to have on their wall. I thought that would be really cute in my room, and I got this far and I'm pretty sure I done this wrong. So I think at one point I will end up unraveling this because I haven't used it and I probably won't use it. But I do still think they look really cute, but I don't know, I think it would become an issue for me just because I like the colour formation I have going on, so I think it would just get very annoying to have to keep getting stuff. So the last section is going to be the tapestry crochet. Now I've literally only ever completed one because I don't know why. So this is the only one that I've ever completed, and this is also the first one that I've done, which I think I did try and block it, or clearly not very well, and also look, it's just super curled at the ends and stuff, and also definitely did miss a few stitches. This pattern I want to say is Destiny Makes, who does so many nice cool ones. I'm pretty sure this is called Existential Crisis, which, you know, but for a first try I don't think it's too bad. However, yeah, I think at some point I might remake this just because I do really like it. When I was in my tapestry crochet era, I decided, and also can I just say, I was also in my Pedro Pascal era when I was heavy into it because of The Last of Us. I was in the middle of making, actually let's see if anyone can guess what this was supposed to say. I'll give you 3 seconds. DILFs. I'm not going to elaborate, but I never finished this. And it's, I mean, you can see it. I did like, I designed the pattern myself and stuff. I was still in the beginning stages, so you can literally see like the purple through the cream where I was carrying over the yarn. So at some point maybe I'll remake it. I don't know. I think last but certainly not least is actually the tapestry crochet I'm working on at the minute. Any guesses on what this is going to be or what it's going to be about? Barbie. Yep, it's the pattern I made on Stitch Fiddle. I'll put a picture up. I honestly don't know how long this is going to take me. I'm about 7 or 8 rows in, and this, I feel like I've done this for hours. Tapestry crochet, if you're into like arts and stuff, there's so many like cool grid patterns on Pinterest, and there's just lots of people, like if you search tapestry crochet on TikTok, there's so many cool designers, and yeah, if you're into that, I would highly recommend, because it is kind of just fun seeing it build up, because obviously it's not something you can wear unless you're doing it something you can wear, which is really cool. I've seen people do that before, which is just sick. I know there's a girl on TikTok who makes album covers like into cardigans and stuff, or jumpers. That is sick. I think that's all I've got for today. Oh, I'm also making my hexagon shirt, which I haven't made any improvements on. I'm literally about 8 rows in, so there's not really much to show you. That's all I've got to say, and as you can see, the sun has gone down. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about crochet patterns, obviously most of the patterns that I do try and find plus size friendly ones, because I know a lot of crochet designers aren't plus size, and they also don't scale sizes up very well. But yes, if you have any questions about any of them, you can leave a comment or whatever, and I'll try and get back to you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's been helpful of some sort if you're getting into crochet and you just wanted to find some new ideas. And yeah, once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.